Good afternoon, everybody. I think we will have this presentation anyway. Somehow there was a mistake. I'll try to be brief. So I'm Daniel, I'm the Managing Director of Passport Legacy in Singapore. We are a Swiss company and we advise people on getting second residence and citizenship. The reason I'm here today is that 25% of our clients are active in the tech, crypto, blockchain space, and mobility, freedom, opportunities is something that is very dear to everybody. And today I would like to emphasize a few important aspects. If you are from Russia, if you are from Vietnam, Indonesia, India, and many other countries around the world, it can be very difficult sometimes to just travel somewhere, make plans, access some business opportunities around the world, and be able to spend an extended period of time in a certain region of the world. I'm lucky enough to be Swiss. I could start a business tomorrow in any European jurisdiction. I could retire in any Asian country. I could travel the day after I book a flight. But if you have a weak passport, sometimes you just need to wait 6-7 months to get an appointment at an embassy, and this can be very difficult and time-consuming. And I want to provide some solutions that are available to investors. And I will quickly talk 1 minute about us, and then I want to go into the details on why people are opting for second residence and citizenship. And then I will cover all the programs available to investor, entrepreneur, business owner in general. So we are a Swiss company, yes, we advise on clients, and we have a vision which is to make the world accessible to everybody in terms of business opportunity, travel, mobility, and access to simply safety. We were founded in 2018, almost 5 years ago, and last year we opened an office in Singapore to help our clients in the Asian region. And most of our clients currently out of the Singapore office are Indonesian national, Thai, Chinese, Vietnamese, and also the Indian community here in Asia. This is our office here. I'm based in Singapore. So why people are opting for a second residence and citizenship? So there are many drivers, depend on the person and his passport, but global mobility is certainly one thing, being able to book a flight today and fly anywhere in the world. As a European or as an American, this is granted, but in most cases, this is really an issue because you need to wait for embassy appointment, leaving documentation, preparing documentation, getting visas, so forth. So as a business owner, as a tech entrepreneur, you want to be mobile and flexible. Education, if you have a family, you may want to have your children to start in a certain jurisdiction and not only in the country where you live. Business opportunities, you want to raise funds, you want to travel to a certain region, come to an event like this, and with a passport or a residence, this can be very, very easy to do. Quality of life, maybe you don't want to stay where there is a lot of pollution or climate change issues, or you want to just access area in the world where there is conferences, like-minded people, and so forth. So in many cases, this can be definitely an issue. Healthcare, asset diversification, many programs available to investors. Actually, you buy a real estate and this grants your residence or a citizenship. So as an individual, you don't have all your assets in one jurisdiction, but you diversify in different jurisdictions. Security is definitely something, having a plan B. We have seen during pandemic, everyone was stuck in a certain jurisdiction, but having multiple residence or citizenship, you can actually spend extended period of time in different areas of the world. Taxes, an important thing as well. We see tax pressure all over the world. Many residence and citizenship investment programs have no taxation, and this can be very attractive, particularly when you have an exit strategy or you sell your company, and or in these cases, yes. Retirement, imagine you just want to spend 3, 4, 5, 6 months a year in a certain part of the world. And to do that, you need to have access to certain passports and residences, and it's not granted. Citizenship by descent, European education, and dual citizenship are something that is granted also with this residence or citizenship investment program. Let me spend 2 minutes on citizenship investment programs available to investors and 2 minutes on residence. So these are citizenship investment programs available around the world. Dominica, St. Lucia, St. Kitts and Nevis, Antigua, and Grenada are Commonwealth countries. An individual, by investing in this country in real estate or by donating, they can actually get a citizenship for the family, and this passport, given the fact that they are Commonwealth country, you can travel the whole 150, 155 countries. You can travel to the European Schengen area, do business for 3 months, leave the country without the need of a visa. And this can be done very easily. In Europe, you have Malta that offers citizenship investment program. If for whatever reason an investor wants to be European Union citizen and be able to live, work, retire, start a business in any European country, he can do that by obtaining a citizenship in Malta. Turkey offers citizenship. It's not very popular in Asia, it's more for Middle Eastern clients, but by investing in real estate in Turkey, someone can get citizenship. And Vanuatu is one of the other countries. If you look at the residency investment programs, all these countries allow investors, usually wealthy individuals, to get a residence. In most cases, you don't need to relocate. You can just have a residence by investing some assets in this country. But think about it, just by having, for instance, a real estate in Greece, you have a property in Europe, you can rent it out, you make rental income, you can retire in Greece, you can spend the whole year in Greece, you don't pay taxes in Greece unless you spend more than 6 months a year. You have a place, you can travel visa-free to the European Schengen area. So with your Indian, Russian or Thai passport, you book a flight. When you land in Europe, you go through migration, you show the residency card, and you have access to the European region, which is a big advantage when it comes to mobility. So Portugal, Greece, Spain, in Europe, they all have residency by investment programs for talents and individuals that are willing to invest. And this is by investing in real estate. And the residency is for life, as long as you keep the residency. In the US and Canada, if you're a wealthy individual willing to invest, you can get a green card in the US in a matter of 18 months, and in 6 months you can get PR in Canada. The program in Canada is called Federal Startup. If you have a business idea, if you are willing to move to Canada with your family and run the business, you can get a PR and access the North American market simply by having an idea and having $250,000 available to invest. And this is very popular at the moment in Asia. We had already a dozen of clients over the last 6 months for Canada. UK also offer residency by investment, and the UAE has a 10 years golden visa. If you start a company in Dubai, for instance, or if you simply buy real estate, the main applicant with the family can get a 10 years golden visa in the UAE. Doesn't mean that you need to live there, but you have the optionality. You have the option to do so. You can spend there 1 day a year, 6 months a year, 9 months a year, whenever, the amount of time that you want. And of course, it's very attractive when it comes to taxation. If you're residency in Dubai, tax is certainly an advantage, particularly if you have a high income or if you're selling a company. Yeah, so the objective for me was to show what's available out there, where most of the time we take for granted freedom, but I understand that if you are a genuine person and have a weak passport, this is a big challenge, even just for mobility purposes, of course. Yeah, so I was here because many of our clients are tech entrepreneur, business owner, particularly active in the blockchain, tech, and crypto area. And if you need anything, you can reach out to us. We are in Singapore, travel around the region, and we are happy to evaluate options for residency or citizenship. Thank you so much. If anyone has a question, I'm very willing to answer. Thank you so much for your attention.
Thank you. This is really resonate to us as we have a weak passport. So as a difference over there, this is definitely an option. So you mentioned about the tax option. Do you also offer tax advice based on our first passport and based on our assets? Is that also included in your services?
Thank you for the question. So in our firm, we don't provide tax advice, but of course, taxation is a component in the whole picture, and we have a firm where whenever you plan to do something, there is a consultation regarding taxation. But in 99% of the cases, there is no tax implication when you obtain a second passport or residency, because taxation depends on your residency, your physical residence. So many of the program here, you get a second citizenship, but you continue to live, run your business wherever you are. So you need to declare taxes in the country where you live. If you opt for a second residency, like in Dubai or in Europe, these are golden visas. You have a residency, you can access the country, you can spend a few days or a few weeks a year, but the taxation triggers only if you spend there more than 183 days a year. So if you live in Thailand, if you live in Singapore, you continue to declare taxes wherever you live. Of course, then there are few countries, very few. One is US. If you're American, regardless of where you live, you pay taxes back to the US, right? But other than that, most of our clients, they do not relocate unless they opt for Canada or US. There you have tax consequence because actually you relocate there, you run a business, you get a PR, and of course at the end of the year you declare your global income. But all other options, Caribbean passports, residence in Europe, you don't have any tax implication. On top of it, you can optimize your taxation because if your current tax regime is very unfavorable or you're planning to do some big sale, then you can plan in advance. The fact that you have 2-3 residence or citizenship, you can plan in advance what makes sense for you as an investor. I hope I was clear. Thank you.